Tennessee holler and a guy by the name of Hunter Dempster reported a story that really should be huge news. I mean, in a world that made sense, this would be, primetime story with a breaking news banner on every outlet. But unfortunately, in the world we live in today, this is buried and it's just drowned out by the political circus that we have. So what you're about to see here is a woman with COVID was evicted in Tennessee. Watch.
So I've got a friend who was getting evicted. They're throwing everything on the front street. Bunch of cops and sheriffs here.
Just came out of the blue. This attorney, Anthony Bradley, said his mother owed medical bills. We went to court while I was in the hospital. I've got COVID, as you know. The heart, blood pressure's up to 150.
So your partner left you this house.
Yes, I've got paperwork, but they've all got it.
And you've currently got COVID?
Yes. I've been in the hospital. There's medical bills that my partner's mother owed. They came after it almost 2 years after she died. So they're trying to sell the house to pay her bills. I offered to pay them. He apparently set a court date while I was in the hospital, but nobody served me or let me know.
The opposing attorney said the house was abandoned while she was in the hospital with COVID-19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police cars. So they made you leave the house while your oxygen was running, and now your oxygen tank is empty. I am just floored. The ambulance has been here. They said that she did need to go to the hospital, that she was in danger, but she can't leave all her stuff. Oh, the health department called them and said that they can't do this?
Yes, that they can't kick out somebody with COVID. It was a health issue, that I am documented, and they didn't care.
I want you to move, please.
I've got to be in the state.
I don't care. You need to move.
Y'all are evicting a woman with fucking COVID. Y'all can say no. All y'all got a goddamn choice.
You're being loud, you're calling it.
And there's nothing illegal about being loud.
Yes, it is.
Arrest me then.
Go.
No.
Go, man.
No.
You won't let her live with you?
Jay Callens, this is evil, this is immoral, and it exposes the real purpose of the fucking police department. And she is not alone, y'all. We are about to have a mass eviction. To me, it exposes how broken our system is.
I don't get it. I don't know what to do. They broke my father's urn.
She doesn't have a place to go. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We got to do better as a society. Y'all stand up, fight back. Shit's got to change.
That was tough to watch. Every part of the story is crazy. So apparently, this person's partner's mom had unpaid medical bills. And it looks like that was the excuse that they used on top of just saying the house was abandoned because she was in the hospital for COVID. Was it both of those things? Was it one of those things and not the other? I'm not exactly clear on that. But bottom line is, a person with COVID is being evicted in the middle of a depression. Well, yes, it is a depression. She's being evicted in the middle of a depression, but she's also being evicted in the middle of her sickness, having COVID. And she also sounds like she has other pre-existing conditions as well, along with it. Every part of this story is just unbelievable. I mean, think of explaining this to somebody in a different country. Even just the idea that, hey, we might have to kick you out of your home over unpaid medical bills? Like, medical bills aren't a thing in other developed countries. So even that alone is like, what are you talking about? But then when you add in the fact that you're evicting somebody during a pandemic as they have COVID, and she's like totally helpless and doesn't know what to do. Listen, guys, I believe the number is 12. There are 12 states that have zero protections from evictions, even in the middle of the pandemic right now. I know Tennessee is one of them, and this is from Tennessee. Louisiana is another. Other states have some degree of protections, at least temporarily, from evictions, but yeah, see, this is what it looks like when you don't have the protections. And as they accurately point out in the video, again, credits to Tennessee Holler and Hunter Dempster here, it's going to be like this all across the country. because we've gone over the numbers. I showed you the chart from CNBC. You know, in West Virginia, it's 59% of people couldn't pay their rent. Tennessee, it was 55% of people. Lowest number in the country was Vermont, 22%. So even in the place that's doing the best, nearly a quarter of them can't pay their rent. We've never seen a crisis like this in our entire lives. The Great Recession was just the warm-up act. This is way worse than that. You know, the economy contracted in a way that's only equal to that of the Depression. Drastic action needs to be taken and needs to be taken now. Listen, the answers are relatively simple and straightforward. They really are. I mean, we're going to need to do a new deal and redistribute the wealth because billionaires are getting phenomenally wealthy as the entire country is getting crushed. We're going to need to do a new deal and redistribute the wealth. There's no doubt about that. It's our only hope. But beyond that, listen, there's no way around it. We need universal basic income. We need Medicare for all. And we need to bail out the homeowners, bail out the renters, completely freeze evictions across the country indefinitely. If you want to avoid, and the number came out from a study recently, 28 million Americans going homeless, you have to do it. Just to put that in perspective for everybody, we have maybe at most 1 million homeless people. It's probably more like 600,000 homeless people right now in America. Let's take the high-end number just to be safe. You want that number to go from 1 million to 28 million homeless people? No, that's what I call a failed state. That's what that is.